Welcome back. We are going to look at the cosine rule, which is another tool that we use in order to solve triangles. Now we have looked at two rules already. Well, really three. Pythagoras' rule, the trig ratios, and the sine rule. Now, in this case, none of the other rules are applicable. So we're going to look at those particular cases when only the sine rule can be used to solve the triangle. Now, in the first instance, we have to have, as in the diagram here, shown on your right, you have to be given two sides, this side and this side, and the included angle for there to be the condition for you to use the cosine rule. And in the next instance, it must be given three sides. 1, 2, 3 sides. Then you can use it to find any of these angles. Okay. Now we're going to look at its application. But before that, let us look at the rule itself. Now, the standard notation for the triangle we know is ABC, where the big letter is for the angle and the small letter is for the side opposite that particular angle. And the rule clearly states A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of A. Now in this case, we will be given sides C and B, and we have to find A, and we'll be given angle A also. So that's the format of the rule. The side that we want to find squared is equal A squared, B squared plus C squared minus 2 times the product of the lengths of the two sides and multiplied by the cosine of the included angle. And that is when we want to find the side. Now, to find an angle, the variation of the rule, if you make cosine A the subject of the formula, we would get what is on this side to find the angle using the cosine rule. Okay, let us look at its application now with the problem itself. In this case now, we are given two sides, that's 9 and 7 units, and the included angle, which is 75. The included angle is the angle which those two sides make up. And we need to find side x. So using the rule, we are going to say x squared is equal to 9 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 9 times 7 cosine of 75 degrees. I will go ahead and evaluate that. So I have x squared going to be equal to 81 plus 49. When we evaluate these numbers, we get 126. And the cosine of 75 is 0.2588. Now we simplify, we get 130 minus 32.61. When we multiply 126 by 0.2588, we get 32.61. And on subtraction now, we get 97.39. Now this is what x squared is. But we don't want x squared, we need x. So therefore we have to take the square root of both sides is the square root now of 97.39, which gives us 9.87 to 2 decimal places. And it's as simple and straightforward as that. Now we're going to look at the situation when we are given 3 sides in order to find an angle. And here we have the sides 5, 6, and 9. And we are asked to find angle theta. So we use the format of that gives us the angle. We say the cosine of angle theta is equal to b squared plus c squared minus a squared over 2bc. Remember, b and c represent the two sides of that two sides that we want to find out the angle which would house the included angle. The two sides which would house the included angle. So we are going to have now 9 squared plus 6 squared minus the third side is 5, so we have the 5 squared, which will be the side opposite the angle we need to find, times 2 times 9 times 6. This gives us 81 plus 36 minus 25 over 108. And this gives us 92 over 108. That is 0.8519. And remember, this is the cosine of the angle. But we don't want the cosine of the angle, we want the angle theta. So we find the inverse cosine of the number to get the angle. And evaluated with our calculators, we get 31.58 degrees to 2 decimal places. Okay? Thanks again for watching.